Here we go. We're live. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Railroad Transportation Safety District meeting for Monday, December 1st, 2025. We will now call the meeting to order. This meeting of the City of Lincoln, Lancaster County Railroad Transportation Safety District, commonly referred to as the RTSD, is subject to and adheres to the Nebraska Open Meetings Act. A copy of the Open Meetings Act is available for inspection and is posted at the entrance to this room. The RTSD agenda for today's meeting was posted on the RTSD website on November 24th, 2025. The RTSD website is also accessible by links from both the City of Lincoln and Lancaster County's official government sites. In addition, on November 24th, 2025, the meeting agenda was posted on the bulletin boards located in City Hall, first floor, 555 South 10th Street. A copy of the agenda is also available at the entrance to this room. One copy of the meeting agenda and the materials being considered today are located at the dais, and complete copies of these materials are on file at the RTSD office at 949 West Bond Street, Suite 200. Item number 3 on the agenda is approval of the minutes.
I'd move approval as submitted.
I'd second.
Motion and second. Any comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Bowers,
Yes.
Carlson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yep.
Vest,
Yes.
and Weber.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item number 4 is the report of statement of financial activity. Kevin.
Good morning. Did you get that pulled up, Roger?
Yeah.
Okay. You should have in front of you the statement of financial activity of the RTSD for November 17th, 2025. If you go down through that report, total receipts through that period of time was just shy of $4.4 million. Big thing to report there is we did get the Lincoln on the Move payment from the city. That was right at that $290,000 that we'd budgeted. So we've gotten that collected for the year. As far as tax receipts go, we're right on schedule to make budget there. Our interest income, we've collected just shy of 1.1 million, so we're 57% collected there, so we're actually a little bit ahead of budget in that area. As far as disbursements go, we've disbursed nearly $90,000 on the year. Most of that is commissions, which falls right in line with where we're at on tax receipts. Moving to the balance sheet, cash and investments as of November 17th. We had a cash balance of $346,613 and investment balance of CDs and money market of $50,050,756. If you're looking at changes in investments from our last report last quarter, we did have $16,250,000 of CDs mature on us since that last report. We reinvested that money plus an additional $2.9 million. To come up with a total of $19,150,000 was reinvested in CDs this last quarter. We are seeing some softening, some reductions in the interest rates. The CDs that matured since last quarter range from 4.4% to 5.22%. Those CDs have been renewed now at 3.83 to 4.3%. So we are seeing some about a percentage reduction right now in the interest rates that we are able to get, but our county treasurer continues to be pretty aggressive with trying to find us the best interest rates, and Roger and I have been working with the county treasurer to lock those rates in as long as we possibly can. Just a reminder, the $50 million in the investment balance and CDs and stuff is money that is basically being set aside for use on the 33rd and Cornhusker project. Any questions y'all have?
Well, so, and it's probably in here, but how much is available as we start ramping up here and billing out the development on the project. How much cash do we have on hand available, Kevin?
As of this report, we had $346,000 of cash and $552,000 sitting in a money market. So we were just shy of $1 million of liquid cash at that point in time. Now, since that time, we have instructed the county treasurer to purchase another $500,000 CD. Roger and I continue to work closely as what his cash needs are for the next 3 months so that we make sure we've got cash available. We've got a lot of CDs that are staggered out of when their maturity dates are to help us with the cash flow. So we've kind of got a plan in place for that.
Looks like basically maturity rates on all those CDs are within the next, all but one are within the next year.
Correct. We're right now starting to reinvest some stuff in about 18 months if we can get 18-month CDs and we can lock up that interest rate. We know Roger's working on some cash flow projections. I believe him and I are meeting with the county treasurer middle of January to kind of come up with a plan as far as like when are we going to need the lion's share of cash so that we make sure we don't have that tied up in CDs and that kind of thing. But a lot of our CDs, we've got a fair amount of dollars coming due between now and you know, like June 30th. So plus we've got the property tax coming in and all that kind of stuff. So we are keeping an eye on that.
Can you talk about the line item investment interest income? And I'm especially interested in the percentage. This is 57% as I compare it to the other percentages. Is that on a
so right
yearly
now we're a
basis?
little bit ahead of budget for, we're
what
just
it's-
basically ahead of budget collecting our interest income. At this point, I would expect that we'll probably be, you know, our interest income will exceed our budget. So,
Perfect. Thank you.
anything else? Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Item number 5.
Actually, should have a motion to accept the financial report.
So moved.
Oh, okay.
Second.
Motion and second to accept the statement of financial activity. Please call the roll.
Carlson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yep.
Vest,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Bowers.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 5, report regarding current budget status. Roger.
Yes, Roger Feigert representing the RTSD. We haven't had a lot of expenditure, no real concerns. We've paid off the accounting and audit for the last year, some expenditures for legal, and as Kevin said, most of those expenses go to commissions. Down in the projects, just a little over $6,000 spent so far on 33rd and Cornhusker. That will begin to start ramping up. Chris will give us an update on that. And just a little under $5,000 on some assistance with the railroads and LTU as they have worked on crossings this summer. So also, this is the time of year that insurance starts coming due for the RTSD. So over the next couple of months, we'll see some expenditures as we update the current insurance coverages for the board. And other than that, I don't have anything else. I'd answer any questions you might have.
Any questions? Seeing none, we will move on to item number 6, report on the audit correction. That's Roger as well.
So, if we remember, at our September meeting, the board approved the audit report contingent on revision of the Lincoln on the Move program dollars. We had an estimate in there of $285,000, and the actual, and this is going to conflict what shows up in the financial reports, which is going to get into budget year starting and ending at different times between the RTSD and the city of Lincoln. The actual posted now on the website instead of the 285 is $280,324. So just a little less than $5,000 different. So it's not material, but I did want to let the board know that we did make that revision based on the actual received and approved audit, and that's posted on the website with those corrected numbers. So, just,
$5,000 difference, then
Yeah.
you're saying, Roger?
yeah.
Any questions, gentlemen? All right, then we will move on to item number 7, reported projects and crossing updates, starting with 33rd and Cornhusker. Chris?
Hi, good morning. Chris Humphrey. I'm the project manager for the 33rd and Cornhusker project, and I just have a couple updates for you. So last Monday at the city council meeting, the interlocal agreement between the RTSD and the city was approved. So that was approved by the RTSD board back in September, so that agreement is fully executed. The program agreement that is between City of Lincoln and NDOT that spells out financial responsibility and personnel requirements such as identifying the RC. That was also approved by the City Council last Monday. So that agreement will be sent to NDOT and be fully executed by NDOT. We also have been wrapping up negotiations with Olson for final design services. That agreement will, and all of our negotiation documents will be sent to NDOT for review and approval. They will prepare the actual agreement, and then that agreement will be sent to City Council for approval, action, and then be sent back to NDOT for full execution. And then we have also been working with NDOT and the FRA for the FRA agreement that was for the big $66.7 million grant. So that is expected to be obligated in early 2026. We have also been working with Olson. The original agreement that we currently have open for NEPA and preliminary engineering was executed back in 2017. Since that time, computer design file standards have been modified, and so we are going to use that open agreement, have an amendment to it that will be Amendment 3 to that agreement, in order for those computer design files to be upgraded to the current platform that's currently in use with the state and the city and everything. So that's about a $220,000 amendment, but we're going to do it with zero change. It's just going to be a scope change through authority with the RTSD. Rick and Roger both have the authority to sign that bill. The legal counsel has reviewed that amendment, and we'll be doing that. We'll be taking that out of the final design fee for the final contract for them. So with that, are there any questions on anything else with the project?
Like you won everybody over, Chris.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. B, miscellaneous and other railroad work, Roger.
I don't have any updates in that area today.
Good. Item 8, consideration of the LTU variable message boards invoice. What's LTU up to now?
LTU is up to assisting BNSF when they had an emergency repair need at 35th and 33rd and Cornhusker and 33rd and Madison. The railroad came in, and consistent with what we've done in the past, the RTSD has agreed to reimburse the city for the cost of those variable message signs. In this case, it's $400. And again, I really appreciate LTU. On an emergency basis, they respond very quickly, helping us and the railroad to get out there and put up signs to warn people, and even to help with the barricades at times so the railroad can get their work done. Sometimes they can't get a barricade company in a timely manner. So again, consistent with what we've done in the past, and I just recommend that the RTSD reimburse the city for those costs.
I'd entertain a motion to approve.
Move approval of the $400 expense.
I'd second.
Motion and second to approve. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yep.
Vest,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Bowers,
Yes.
Carlson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 9, report of other matters.
I don't have anything else to report today.
Item 10, any communications or correspondence?
No.
There. 11, non-agenda items, public comment. Are there any members of the public wishing to comment at this time? I see no one coming forward. We'll move on to adjournment. I'd entertain a motion.
I'd move adjournment.
I'll second.
Motion and second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Best,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Bowers,
Yes.
Carlson,
Yes.
Schulte.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. We are adjourned. Thank you.